Vivian.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started to respect everyone's time. So good afternoon and thanks for showing up. I'm sorry if you had any issues trying to get into the Zoom meeting. I'll get it all figured out. I'm Alexis, I'm the program manager. So today we'll only be having 2 Novoba certified veteran business enterprises presenting their companies. If you're not speaking, please keep your microphone muted. This session is being recorded. It'll be available to you all. It's on our website, and now we're getting them uploaded to our YouTube channel. If you have any questions, please use the chat function throughout the session. And please welcome our first presenter, Les Simpson.
Okay, here's my PowerPoint. Okay, my name is Les Simpson with Wellness Tech Plus. And what we're going to be doing today is showing you new technology, 2 pieces. And this is for your wellness programs and your self-insured health insurance, because these 2 will tremendously help the employees stay healthier. And I'm working with Mark DeBrincat. I'm one of a group.
Why don't you text Gwen before you leave?
I'm sorry?
See what she might need from the store.
Anyway, Mark DeBrincat, and it's a group that he has been chosen to debut this. This technology used to only be available to hospitals, and now it's going to be available to company wellness programs and so forth. Now, I really suggest to you write down this URL, tinyurl.com/WTP-DR-Mark1. It's 20 minutes of him explaining it. I'm just going to go through the very basics. And first off, company wellness programs, and I'm very interested to find out people what they have their wellness program for. But 2 or 3 of them that I've been told is to help people with high blood pressure, losing some weight, fatigue, and so forth. Well, you're going to find out today all of these are caused by a weakened glycocalyx in the microvascular system. And that is proven by 95 clinical research studies. And so all your employees are going to be able to see the disease developing in their body 10 to 20 years before blood tests will show it. And that's what the hospitals are so excited about. Now, the military has the same problem, except for their personnel are tremendously accelerated. With all the chemicals that they are subjected to and hazards, the average service personnel, when they're discharged, have 3 to 5 of these chronic health conditions. When we showed the military this technology, they now currently have many clinical trials in VA hospitals to solve all these problems. And outside of that, we have many doctors sending in medical verification of their patients getting off dialysis. We're working with special forces for PTSD. And all of this is a result of taking 10 to 14 patented vegetable food capsules daily, which I'll go into a little bit more. Unfortunately, up to this point, doctors were only able to work with 1% of the body's vascular system, large arteries and veins. But all the problems and help is in the 99% they can't do, and that's microscopic capillaries. Now, there's 65,000 miles of microvessels in our body. And as I said, doctors are only been able to work with the arteries and veins. When it gets down to the capillaries, some of them, 200 of them will fit into a hair. So you can imagine doctors haven't been able to do anything with that. And that's where all the magic happens. In the capillaries is when the oxygen and the nutrients is given to the cells, and the carbon dioxide and the waste is taken out. And the whole problem has been the glycocalyx. Now, the glycocalyx is a gel-like substance inside of all the capillaries. And it does 2 things. 1, it protects the outside of the capillary, and 2, it actually propels the blood into the cell. And this is what it looks microscopically. As you can see, it looks like tiny hairs. In fact, this here is healthy glycocalyx. And as you can see through the years, it breaks down due to disease, aging, diet, genetics, smoking, stress. In fact, when it gets down to this area where it's damaged, the blood doesn't flow to the cells. And in fact, it starts forming plaque to protect the outside of the capillaries. So now doctors are finding out what causes plaque in the capillaries. And again, so all your personnel will be able to see in advance their health declining with a health score, which I will show you. And all these different things now we'll be able to help them with. You will be able to help them with. And as the glycocalyx is further damaged, it actually has a spiral of organ starvation. And again, I suggest you write this down, tinyurl.com/WTP-DR-Mark1. Dr. Mark really goes into this and explains a lot. And when the organ is starved, all of these things come up. And everybody says, well, who says this? Try 125 of the most prestigious hospitals in the country. We're working with Oxford, we're working with Duke, we're working with Mayo, we're working with Cambridge. And with the medical device, at this point, it's a camera, as you can see, and it goes in the mouth. And any person that can operate a blood pressure cuff can do this. It's so simple. And then this is what it looks like. This goes in the mouth. It takes 10,000 photographs in 20 minutes. And in fact, if you really would like to see some published papers, that on glycocheck.com, you will see all of these different diseases and the published papers. That's all the problem with the glycocalyx. Now, once the camera is done, it does 100 million calculations. With that, it gives you a health score. One of the things all your people will be able to see now is how much blood they have in reserve. Do they have enough to operate their muscles and body physically for the labor they're being asked to do? Or are they wanting to get into sports and climb that mountain? We can show them where the reserve comes from. So it's all simple. The camera tells the problem. The damage is shown through all the calculations, and the restoring of the glycocalyx is through this capsule. And now everybody also gets a video of their microvascular system. And here it's showing zero, you can see very little circulation. This is a person that had kidney health. And after 4 months, we restored and repaired the capillary system after 4 months. And they get to see themselves getting healthier all the time. And let's see, where is it here? The next is the blood-brain barrier. This endogenics actually helps the brain, and it cleans out the metals in it. And this is what we're working with the special forces with PTSD on, and just 4 capsules a day. And then the other part is the gut. The gut is 70% of the immune system. All we do is take this. So again, 10 to 14 capsules a day between these 3, and we repair and we restore the capillary system. Now, what I'm going to ask of the people watching is, what right now are you using, or what is your wellness department for? And that's who I need to talk to, is your wellness manager in HR, or your person in charge, or your self-insurance, if you're self-insurance for health, because you'll have a much less claims because the people will be much more healthy. Any questions?
All right, thank you so much. And if you do have questions, you can type them in the chat. But right now, we're going to let Manny Garcia go.
Okay.
Great job. Thank you so much.
You bet. So I need to stop sharing, right?
Yes, please. And then Manny, you can start sharing yours.
I can't get the, here we go. How's everybody doing? This is me, Sherman Industries. I'm a certified service disabled veteran, certified minority. My product is this device here. It's a data receptacle. Walmart called it the next generation of data receptacles, and that's because it's modular. You can change your input. A data receptacle is your low voltage communications, your media, internet, phone, security, device to device communication. Anything that carries a signal voltage would be a data receptacle. Here's your HDMI, a coax, you can do USB. And the reason this is an interesting product is because it's really been ignored in the market over the last 50, 60 years. If you think back to the old single receptacles when we were kids, it was just a little hole in a plate, and now it's just a hole with a coax and an HDMI, and there's not much expandability to it. The company is myself and my wife, Sherry. Sherry and Manny, where Sherman Industries comes from. I'm a career electrician. She's an accountant, and that makes a really nice balance. I designed the product, and she helps guide me with the business decisions. As I said, when you install a data receptacle, it's obsolete the day you put it in. If you make any changes, if Sony changes any inputs, it's a disaster. It's demolition. It's just a nightmare. My receptacles are dynamic, infinitely changeable in configuration. And what the input type is, you can join them together in any combination. Here's an example of what people are putting in now. You have to have a wall support. You have to have your device. And then you have your wall plate. You end up with something obtrusive. My product goes in one shot. It's self-retaining. It's patented as self-retaining. Bam, 2 screws, it's in. You get a recessed product. This is feeding a security TV on the other side of the wall. It's in a closet, so you see where it being recessed is helpful. This is the face of my product. Right now, what people really are providing is these fancy wall holes where wires just dump out. I give you a finished face like electrical products should have. Each piece is individual. You can remove them. You can change your inputs. You can add or remove as you need. So it's completely adaptable. This is what people are installing nowadays in new homes. They hang a TV and then they put a cabinet down below the TV. Everybody does the same thing. And the reason is that cabinet is just a wire collection. They just dump everything in the cabinet, becomes a permanent fixture. Nobody can move it. You can't clean it. It's a disaster. This is what Walmart is carrying. I would replace all of these products on Walmart shelves. I would replace all of these products on Lowe's shelves. This is my packaging for products. It takes less shelf space, less distribution. It's advantageous for everybody down the line. Here's a picture of the isometric, the 3 pieces. Here's a 2-dimensional, the single, front and back. Here's a 2-dimensional of the 3 pieces, left, right, and center, front and back. Each one has a clip. The artist didn't draw it in. These are my patents. We're patented in the US, Taiwan, China, Japan, Canada. We just refiled the US. Trademarked the US and Canada. We are UL compliant in the US and Canada. We've got domestic manufacturing set up. We have all of our set-aside certifications. We're approved already to sell to Walmart, and we began a low submission process last week. As I said, Walmart chose 834 products out of over 10,000. They invited me to pitch. I was one of those. They said my product is going to be the next generation of data receptacles. It's incredibly unique. There's nothing like it. They want to carry my product in their stores, and I'm already approved for Walmart.com. This is a product that you could literally market in the US and Canada immediately. It's the same electrical, the same data, the same distribution, and we're ready to go. Patent, trademark. This is a product that would eventually go into every building in the world. And so what we're looking for to get started is letters of interest, letters of intent, purchase orders, something that we could take to our investors to show that we have feasibility. And so we can move forward with this project. And the contact people would be myself and my wife, Sherry. And we'd be happy to answer any of your questions later. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. And those are both of our presenters for today. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask them now. And I do see a question for Les from Julia Arnold. Do you have any numbers to share around decreased insurance claims or healthier workforce? You're still muted. Sorry.
No, not at this point. It's just we haven't done those. This is brand new technology. The nutraceutical was just patented in 18. The Army's checking it out and so forth. So no, there is no specifics on that.
No worries. Thank you so much, Les. I just thought it would be super helpful, in the future when talking to our, HR and benefits folks and whatnot to be able to present that stuff. So hopefully we get some case studies soon to share. Thank you.
Yep.
Are there any other questions? Dominic, we can send you the slides. So presenters, if you can email me your presentations and then I can get them out to anyone that wants them, I can do that. Or if you guys want to get connected with each other, make sure your emails are in the chat for everyone to get, please.
Alexis, looked like Bob Nicholas had a question.
Yeah, this is to Paris. Is your company wholly owned by you and your wife?
Yes, so I have 3 investors in the company, less than 10,000 each. I own 99.6% of the company.
What's the offering for an investment?
We're taking investments at 10,000.
Which gets you what percentage?
10,000. The company is valued at 10 million. So we break it down to 10,000. We'll get you 1/1000th of the company.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, thank you.
Hey everybody, this is Mimi. Manny and Les, I'd like to just remind you to make sure that your profiles within the database are completed as much as you can so that these corporate folks that are attending today, if they're going back to look you up in the Novoba database, that they have all the information that they need. So it's just a friendly reminder.
Sure. And also I put a 5-minute video link that kind of explains a little bit, and then I'll be glad to send you Dr. DeBrincatz, but this is a 5-minute, which really goes into a lot of detail. I just put it in chat.
Okay, thank you. And if everyone takes a look in the chat, there's some emails going around. Citibank has offered an email. I see Manny's information there, Les's information. I see Bridget's. So please make sure you all check the chat. And I put Alexis's email in there if you'd like to email her to get the slides directly, just so that she has a reminder to send them to you. And for all our corporate allies that are attending today, thank you very much. And a reminder for you all to go into our database and search. And if you don't have credentials, please send me an email and I would be happy to get you the credentials. I'm going to put my email in the chat. Alexis, I'm going to let you take over.
All right, well, thank you guys all for coming again. If you're a VBE and you're interested in presenting, also email me for that. If you're a corporate ally that is interested in presenting in one of our other segments, that would be Mimi, but if you want to email me as well, I can help get connected with that. If there are no further questions, I'll let you guys get on with the rest of your day. And thank you again to the presenters. You guys both did a great job. And I just want to thank everyone for showing up today. And I apologize for any technical difficulties with the Zoom. And I'll leave the chat box open for a few minutes in case anyone needs to write down email addresses.
Thank you. Great session today.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.